get to see when they've won a gold medal. Let's play pickleball.
Point.
And that's great news if you're part of the flash mob.
Spot picking J-Dub. We talked about it. I think that
102
is definitely a situation where Tuionetoa and Alshon should mix in their returns and see who's hot or not. Nice
Side
corner
out.
jump for Christian. And yeah, Dave, just another big, strong alpha guy in front of Jorja Johnson. And once again, Jorja doesn't give a dang.
No, she does not care. Great return from J-Dub right there, deep in the corner.
And I do like the Johnsons returning quite a bit to Alshon. Just get him out of there. Don't
0-1-2.
even deal with the pterodactyl up at the kitchen.
Or return it to Etta, and she throws it in the middle of the net.
Well, those were two very penetrating returns, moving through the court, getting on Tuionetoa and Alshon quickly.
Oh, the floor is lava. Oh, and it sits on the tape. Play some out balls. It's more entertaining that way, Adam.
It's tough for the firefight sometimes when J.W. Johnson's on the court because he usually ends it with all the pace that he gets.
That's
second serve.
just taking over there from Christian Alshon.
Yeah, maybe at some point we will get a dink rally in this match, but it hasn't happened yet.
And I'm okay if we don't.
Side out.
Big swing and a miss there for J.W. Johnson. Again, semifinal Saturday. We have the 4 men's and women's doubles semis coming up that you do not want to miss.
Oh, dink rally.
Not for long, says Jorja.
Yeah, even with the great hands that Tuionetoa possesses, that is the issue, is her preferred counterattack, especially if it's coming cross-court from Jorja, is right at J.W. Johnson.
Just deep on the serve.
Side out.
Yeah, see if she can mix up some of her counterattack spots. I think she's going to need to.
2-0-1.
And just patrolling the line right now is Alshon.
One step at a time, too. That's the crazy part.
Great first volley, so points hard to come by here early. Christian and Etta 14-3 as a team. 2 of the 3 losses are to AL Dub and Ben, including 11-6 in the third. Yep.
Second serve.
I mean, she can crack it, but why do it when you got some disguise?
I think she eyes got big a little bit. Wasn't expecting that big of a pop-up dink from Christian Alshon. Just feathered it right up the line at about 70%. Nice look, Jorja.
0-2-2.
Great take from Christian Alshon. We saw a lot of cross-court dinking yesterday with Jorja, and
1-2-2.
jumping in there is the key for Christian. That's nice. How is it different? Yesterday was Jesse Irvin and Gabe Tardio. So what's the similarities and differences here?
A little more plain but consistent from Jesse Irvin. Okay. So I would actually like to see Etta Tuionetoa ramp up the dink aggression to see if she can get some pop-ups or some mistakes from Jorja. And we've already seen her partner has a great ability to jump in there and get in the mix. And also Jorja, for the most part, isn't too hyper-aggressive with her dinks. They're fairly plain, so I actually think that gives Etta opportunity to be more aggressive with hers, even though she has cleaned up the consistency, Jorja.
I mean, he is everywhere. Yeah,
he really is. And the thing is yesterday with Irvin and Tardio, Gabe has the ability to do it, but this is different from Christian Alshon right now.
Great try from Etta, and the book on J-Dub is the short angle put away, and he's gone right down the middle most of this tournament.
Yeah, he really has. Little meta game right there.
I love it.
Everyone starts to know it. So wait a couple tournaments, and he'll be going back to the sharp angle. You gotta mix it up in these fields.
Side out.
Man, Alshon is so good when he steps to his right there to find the forehand, avoid the backhand. He can put it to all the spots. Jorja gets backspin on that counter, and it sails long.
Second serve.
Did we see a Travis Rettmeyer / Adam Stone short hop there?
Yeah, there's been a couple of them from Christian Alshon on the 5th shot, usually, that we've seen.
Interesting.
Wants to get in there tight to the line.
2-3-2.
And if I just put all your short hops together, it's perfect. You on the return, then we got Travis on the 3rd and him on the 5th.
Yeah,
we got all the options there.
Short hop them all, baby.
Oh, off the tape back at Etta there.
Yeah, unfortunate for Tuionetoa.
Steamy day, started 2 hours later, so we're definitely going to go later tonight. And fortunately, all the weather is to our south, so we're going to be playing ball. And we are at 83 degrees here, Adam, at 4 o'clock Eastern time. Thrilled to have you with us.
Point.
Yeah, probably one of the breezier days.
I'm going to say
4-3-1.
Hydration time out there? I don't know what that was all about. Off the tape and deep. I thought the pickleball gods were going to penalize him there off the tape and in, but it went deep. Now to the towel. So
he said it was,
Alshon is in no hurry. He heard me. Yeah. I bring up the weather, and I got all sorts of things going on here.
He's managing the match.
4-3-2.
He is not done for the day either. Wow. Hands for days, and it's Alshon with the final touch. Man, when Jorja Johnson gets a look at a forehand that's that good, it is rarely good news for the other team, but they got out of it.
Yeah, I think these towel breaks are going to be continuing.
3-4-1.
Yeah. Where are we at? We're at 4-3 right now. They've already started.
Oh, Jorja freaking Johnson adds another pelt to her wall. Wow.
Oh, everybody in the crowd loves to see that.
3-4-2.
Alshon coming in hot and actually hit a decent ball. All he can do is turn the shoulder and take it.
Side out.
That's a great look and fill help in the middle from Alshon, which he is going to have to continue to do with JW's preferred spot often going there.
Man, this is one of the slowest matches I've seen, and we're, as you said, at 4-3-1. High on the roll there from Alshon. That is easy pickings for the flick wizard.
Yeah, looking for the toes and found the head, head high for JW. Yeah, but this is, I mean, this is going to continue. So the Johnsons cannot let this throw off of their rhythm.
5-3-1.
Georgia's,
yeah, please.
Yeah, I'm just saying, Georgia's ready to serve, and she has to wait 10 seconds. That can start wearing on you.
Beautiful from Alshon, man. The pterodactyl wingspan is just, it is so hard to get it away from that.
Yeah, and that's definitely the pattern that's favoring him and his team, is he has more reach and more ability to get in there than J.W. Johnson does in that cross-court pattern between the ladies.
I mean, the only person that can change this is Mary calling this match, as far as the pace is concerned.
Right. And I'll tell you right now, the Johnsons aren't going to complain.
I don't think so.
If that was a couple other players over there, they could be in Mary's ear about it, but I don't see the Johnsons doing that. One player that comes to mind would be Federico Snatch.
Yes. I think he is the class president there.
Love you, Fed.
We do.
Point.
There's the threat of the big fella. You got to make it a little finer.
Yeah, hyper aggressive moving forward, and Alshon always is, but it's another level right now. Even mixing in those short hops that we talked about.
Christian, you just don't want to go there. JFJ again wins the heads-up battle with Alshon. Just phenomenal.
Oh, yes.
4-5-2. Side out.
Right there, though, here, Adam. 5-4.
Yeah.
How in the world do you get the first?
Yeah, well, I don't know.
I'm incapable.
Me as well. I'm not sure I would have been able to get any of those.
Had I not moved at all, I would have gotten the third one because it would have been right to me.
5-4-2.
Dang, that's good. Oh, off the tape, but cleared the body to have a good look at that.
That's very nice from Tuionetoa. And the thing is about Alshon is that often you want to drop behind him or drive behind him when he's taking so much court in that situation, but he's not sloppy about it, meaning he can cover his backside too. It seems like it's overextending, but it's not when he's taking that much court.
Oh, there she is again.
Second serve.
And Christian is challenging. Christian Alshon might be challenging this.
She clipped the bar.
The result of the
I don't think she did.
No.
Point.
Alshon goes back behind J-Dub.
But J-Dub wasn't really protecting that hard, so that is I'll say a bad miss on the first volley for J.W. Johnson.
Whoops, and
side out.
Just changed Christian Alshon at the end of the last sentence. My goodness, that was a 2 feet wide on the serve.
He didn't even hit it that hard.
No. Nice spot there, okay.
Yeah, tried the drive, Alshon gets it. Tries the drop to Etta, Alshon gets it.
Tries the drive behind Alshon. Alshon gets it.
I just love it that Jorja Johnson was the pump faker, not the pump fakey in this mixed doubles partnership, as she was looking to pick something off.
Point.
And Alshon and Tuionetoa take the lead.
6-5-1. Second serve.
And we're definitely going to the towel here. So this is
Yeah, if you like fast pace of play, be glad that Alshon lost to Ben Johnson singles yesterday and didn't already play a singles match this morning.
Because he will be in the grand finale tonight against Ben. Oh no, great read and then overcooked it. It will have Alshon and Daescu against Johnson Tardio.
5-6-1.
Match number 10 of the day.
Point.
You mentioned a pump and a fake.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And Etta hung out to dry. Almost no chance right there. Hops up in the air.
I mean, she is usually a nice
6-6-1.
flowy player, and that was awkward.
Second serve.
Yeah, Christian needs to be careful. Etta's played a lot of sports, including something called touch rugby.
Oh,
so look out for
6-6-2.
just a tremendous athlete by his side.
Yeah, such a sweet lady.
Yes,
I don't want any part of touch rugby with her.
Side out.
So 6 apiece here. Annalee Waters, Ben Johns get the winner in the final tomorrow. In North Carolina, the Johnsons beat Annalee and Ben 11-8 in the 5th.
6-6-1.
I mean, the Johnsons might not admit it, Dave, but I think this pace of play is bothering them. I really do.
7-6-1.
Wow. Oh. A little gust of wind here now, too. Beautiful from Etta. That is going to go wide, but a tremendous lob from Tuionetoa.
Of going over the top of how slow he's playing. So it's not going to change. Have to figure it out.
Look at Etta dig out of trouble. Oh, and then off the tape. Wow, but tremendous defense from Tuionetoa.
Yeah, heck of a point. And last thing on the pace of play, you either deal with it or you talk to the ref. Those are really your only two options.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Second serve.
I'm not used to having so much time in between.
I know. I mean, Mary Bittner, and then Onisha's the second. So that's who's in question here. Great shot there from the flick wizard. I mean, that's a suggestion maybe that could be coming from Julie. Like, just get a conversation going. Just so that Christian is even thrown off a little, it's worth it.
6-9-1.
Wow. And too much on it. And the athleticism in this match, come on.
Six, 9-2. Point.
Yeah, but just the amount of shots that Christian is getting at the kitchen line and the amount of times that he is speeding up on those shots is pretty impressive.
Wow, Tommy's season was set back at him, and even when he pops up a backhand dink pretty doggone high, he bailed himself out.
Exactly right. I mean, I would say there is more speed ups than dinks from him at the kitchen.
I mean, this dude is on it. Can he and Etta get to 11? Wow, he's even asking Mary to slow down on the call of the score. Great move again from Jorja. Like Etta's been very solid though here too, and that's important.
Yeah, and when Christian is going to step in and short hop that fifth, it is almost always going to go straight ahead or to the middle. Jorja recognized that and found an Ernie.
Just a little too much from Tuionetoa there, so they do not get to 10 and earn a game point.
I like that sneaky move though from Etta.
7-9-1.
Turn that back of the court defense into offense moving forward.
Wow, he got exactly what he wanted, and now he's headed. Okay, this is an actual timeout. I didn't know. Very engaged, has the Triple Crown available, as does Anna Leigh Waters. They'll both play men's and women's doubles later. And Operation Slowdown here is underway. Timeout called. Here comes J.W. Johnson back in, looking to tie this up.
Second serve.
Great get from J.W. Johnson early in that point. Sister didn't have the backup, just catching the net.
8-9-2. Point.
Wow, I don't think he's going to get away with this.
Ball was not prompt.
Yeah, the call. I love that from Mary there. The call was not prompt, Adam.
Yeah, and it was in.
And it was very in.
9-9-2.
Tied at 9.
I think the line was the reason that it ate up.
Yes.
Etta Tuionetoa.
Oh, no.
Point.
And now a missed return. There's a good look. Just in there. And suddenly the Johnsons have found a game point here after being down 9-6. And Mary Bittner is putting up with this, so, okay.
That's the only one that matters.
And somehow they survived the flick wizard with a forehand in the middle. Game point saved.
I'll recall. 9-10-1.
Job by Etta to stay in there to get started. Oh.
Second serve.
Wow. We might need netting. That front row patron just on the left shoulder there, fortunately.
9-10-2.
Just cutting it deep enough.
She heard me talking about her not dinking aggressively yesterday. And
how dare you call that plain, Adam? Game point 2. Clankaroo. Game point 3.
Game point. 10-9-2.
And can't get it to bounce behind Alshon.
And I actually like the looks over to the Alshon backhand to avoid the forehand, but that's up to the task too. Tries to go behind him. It's going to take more than 11. Alshon attacking the ball, catching Jorja late to the line, and her side spin and unique technique let her down right there.
Huge serve. Wow.
Point.
Now a soft miss on the other side. Game point over to Etta and Christian.
Yeah, that 3-shot Jorja Johnson forehand combination just moments ago to seal the game is a big issue that he did not convert.
And they come all the way back and take game one. Save 3 game points against. Alshon is roaring 12-10. Here we go, game 2. This has been everything you wanted. Let's see if they can keep that same pace. Wow.
Point.
And she went kind of tomahawk and got nailed.
I mean, relentless. Alshon is relentless.
1-0-2.
Oh, man, off the tape and over the paddle, 2-0.
And just calling Tuionetoa off.
Yes.
That's mine. I can get there. It's my forehand. Fortunate.
Wide. These returns need to get better, though, from the Johnsons. They were terrific at the beginning, just hitting BBs, but that short in the middle, you're going to pay.
Second serve.
Wow. Yeah, that was just that was awkward from Jorja Johnson. Mid-pace speed up inside out from Alshon. And JW is so good at just carving and resetting that ball from when he's off the kitchen line. Not this time.
Point.
Just late getting back to that, but Jorja was all over the first speed up.
1-2-2.
Oh, no. Jorja earned a layup for J-Dub. Didn't get, again, we've seen a few players just not get on top of the ball here this week.
Something's going on here with Dub. He needs to get going a bit.
Okay, there you go. And there's that deep in the court overhead. And Jorja just said, I'm playing skinny singles with that dude. Let's go.
Yeah, but maybe it's just a well-struck overhead that can get something going for JW.
2-1-2.
That's a great first volley because I like the decision to take something off from Alshon. Well played, Jorja Johnson.
Because the return was not good, but the rest of it was very good. Oh my goodness, and then just pure filth off the bounce. Beats J-Dub clean winner, Adam. Are you kidding me?
I am not kidding you.
The Wizard just got sorcerized.
Side out. Two, 1-1.
Sorry, I just needed a moment. After,
I did too. We both did. We both needed a moment. And in this match, there are plenty of moments to be had because back to the Southwest towel box.
2-1-2.
Just deep on the return, so.
Ooh, that was close. And I actually felt from the ball trajectory that it actually took off when it landed on the court, meaning it struck the line.
They gave a glance at Mama Bear and she said out, so they did not challenge it.
I trust Julie.
Wow, and now they're winning all these hands battles, and Mama Bear. Mama Bear.
Yeah.
Oh, my. How many times? This is 6 or 7, Adam, this week, where teams were, and it wasn't like they were thinking about it and don't pull the trigger. Wow. Now Alshon's bouncing it off the tape, but can't come up with that one. I mean, players use these challenges.
Yeah, and you just can't find the backhand. I mean, not that Alshon doesn't have a nice backhand, but we saw the run around the backhand at the kitchen and the clean inside-out winner, and then this last point didn't work out in his favor, but the footwork and the movement from Alshon is on point. He is getting whatever shot he wants.
Good take from J-Dub there.
Yeah, and just another foot over to get it to a retreating Jorja Johnson. Just caught that forehand of J-Dub. That ball got to Alshon quickly. He couldn't handle it.
So Etta says, my bad. She got out of the cross court and J-Dub made her pay.
Well, that's one advantage of not being as aggressive in the middle. When the dink is pushed behind you, you're in a better position to do some damage, and that's what we saw from J.W. Johnson right there.
J-Dub jumps in again. We're tied at 4.
Let's go,
and timeout called from Christian Alshon. So their 3-point lead gone. Tied up. Timeout here. And we will take
4-4-1.
What a tee serve. Oh, ooh.
Second serve.
Boy. Now will they Jorja is having a long discussion with Jorja.
We have a challenge.
Okay.
Line call. The line call puts us at
Again,
4-4-2.
do we have the
Now
perfect
we
look?
can't
No,
see
but that looked like it caught some white for me. Now, I don't even... Haven't seen many where Jorja has been able to get a look before Alshon jumped in there.
Right. Tuionetoa was on the move, too, from out wide back to her spot. I think that affected her counterattack. A moving player is much easier to attack.
There's Alshon pulling the trigger again, Adam.
I mean, just the highest of frequencies on the speed-ups from Christian Alshon throughout this match.
6-4-2.
That is 6 in a row now after being down 4-1.
7-4-2.
And a layup for J.W. Johnson. Doubled him up.
Yeah, that wasn't even necessarily picked off with Etta trying to go hard at Jorja. That was a pretty soft fourth right in the middle of the court from Tuionetoa.
Safe dink from Etta gets just pounced on by the flick wizard. Make that 8 in a row.
Tuionetoa has to get the soft stuff cleaned up. Whether it's what we just saw pushing it up the line or in that cross-court pattern with Jorja Johnson has not been there the last few minutes.
I love that from Christian to keep his partner in it there. Just wide. They've also bounced some thirds much better. So a rampage from the Johnsons to get 8 on that possession.
Point.
You hate to just here. You want some momentum here? Just take it.
5-9-1.
That ball is out. And that one is out. So missed return and a missed just leave.
You said take the momentum. They will.
6-9-1.
Nice when you don't have to earn your momentum.
Second serve.
Jorja Johnson standing tall. Not surprised.
6-9-2.
Let's go, Jorja freaking Johnson. She don't care who's in front of her. That is awesome.
Yeah, the fans absolutely love it.
Just, I mean, this is why our sport is so great. Where else do you have men and women just battling like that? So
9-6-1.
good. Right back to it, and just misses it deep. She let out the yell, and unfortunately that one is deep.
Looked at everyone
yes.
to make sure. Everyone said yes, just out Jorja. Dang it.
9-6-2.
And oh my, that might have been in, Adam. That's another one.
6-2.
Yike.
Side out.
That never had a chance. Okay.
6-10-1. Second serve.
Great return.
Six, 10-2.
Wow. Where did he come from, Dave?
We need a new rule that pterodactyls are not permitted on the 20x44 because he absolutely flew there. Jeez, that's just a remarkable play.
7-10-2. Our recall.
Okay.
7-10-2.
Mary is being very patient with this.
Another heavy return, though. It wasn't even the depth of it, but the way that ball is moving through the court. Tuionetoa late on the swing on the third shot drive.
So this is their 5th game point, second in this game.
Second serve.
And now number 3.
Game point. 10-7-2.
Time, and we will play through. What a match we have here on Humana Championship Court. Anybody's game as we head. So we'll keep an eye on that. Here we go. We will switch ends at 6.
Yeah, and I didn't mention it for no reason. When your partner's going crazy, it is a tough situation for Etta, but she has to find a way, because I do believe Christian Alshon has been the best player on the court so far.
Popped up down the line, and the flick wizard all over it. Nice job from J-Dub.
Yeah, and that's when you have the wizard in front of you, that's basically an unforced error.
Yes.
With that dink right there, leaving it high. He will make you pay almost every time.
Oh, dear.
Point.
Well, your player to watch has put 2 into very, very poor spots to start game 3.
2-0-2. Side out.
Oh, JW.
Wow, J-Dub didn't reestablish. Mary Bittner on that one.
JW.
Yeah, he did.
I think Alshon for a minute thought it was him.
He did. I did too. So J-Dub did the hop back.
And J-Dub's now questioning, did he get out, Truck? You've been proving this wrong all day long. Please check the feet there. Jorja got fooled on that. I don't know if that's staying in.
It's going to be close, though. Hit slow with plenty of spin.
1-2-1.
So off the tape. That was close. The left foot, I'd need to see that again. And into the front row behind the court on that deflection.
Yeah, and Alshon coming over forces Tuionetoa off of the line, and that's all it takes when you have the pace of JW Johnson. Yeah, first dink miss from Jorja in quite a while.
Tied at 2.
2-2-2.
Wow.
Side out.
Swing and a miss, and you get tattooed with it?
Right in the rib cage. I mean, he took a swing.
He did. So he's taken one off the shoulder from Jorja and in the rib cage from J-Dub. All right. This is a man that has tattoos.
That's,
so
yeah.
Add to the collection.
That's cross court pace from JW Johnson.
Oh, man.
Second serve.
There was an opening there. So did J-Dub get out earlier today in this game? Both feet in.
Side out.
I think he's back out.
I think he's clearly out.
So the left foot was off the ground for a moment, but tapped before he struck the ball.
Wow. So they have not challenged 3 times, and I think they were right all 3. And there's a.
Oh, and now we are going to challenge.
Challenge of the out call. The out call puts us at
green dot, dead center.
After review, the out call's overturned. The ball was in. Loss of challenge. No free challenge remaining. 1 free challenge remaining. We'll resume play at 2-2-2.
I like how she glanced up at the DJ too. Like, this is my floor right now.
Yeah. Like, let's cut that off, boys.
Two, 2-2-2.
Sky-high dink, and that one off the hand. God, there's nothing worse than when it goes off the hand.
At least it's warm.
It is, yes. The cold off the hand, and you tear. I tear up, but I'm a baby, so I.
Like, I'm racking my brain in that situation. How do you keep the ball away from him? And I don't know if there's an answer.
Because if you try and drive it to Etta, it's not getting that.
Yeah, and there's a couple other situations with the court positioning that are different, but that one right there, full on 2 up, 2 back. He's got the whole court covered.
That's on Christian Alshon for choices there.
And he tapped his chest too. I'm glad that he did that. I mean, Etta was in a horrible situation right there as he attacks the forehand of JW Johnson and then bails out of the way too.
And then somehow that ball gets to Etta, which was not that far of a grab for Christian. Interesting.
Yeah, for where that drive location was, I would say it was the first time in the match he has not taken that.
Yeah.
Side out.
Just absolutely blast one right past Jorja, but the Johnsons are up 2 here.
Clean winner.
2-4-1.
Uh-oh.
Point.
Just not center cut on the paddle at all from Jorja Johnson.
3-4-1.
Etta has a solid serve, but there's nothing spectacular about the pace or the spin.
That was going to be interesting, too, because J.W. Johnson had forehand loaded, and that ball was going at his left hip.
3-4-2.
Why did the net cheat us of what might have come from that? Wow,
Point.
so a miss return and a miss pretty plain fourth, and we're tied at 4.
Who wants it, baby?
4-4-2.
Oh, nice sneaky ATP. Everybody thought she's cutting that back cross court over the net, and she goes around.
She faked the dink, Dave.
She did.
I'm not sure if I've seen one just like that before.
That was awesome. Look at that smart little push Tui angle there. So the Jorja Johnson highlight reel has gotten many more. This thing looks like it's got to be cut back over the net. And she says, around. And great
Side out.
leave from Etta there. So they do not score after getting the ball back.
4-4-1. Second serve.
I don't mind you being sneaky occasionally, Etta, but let's think about our location there.
Yes.
Let's be sneaky up the line, all right?
Yeah, into the flick wizard forehand is usually not a good spot. Where she can win is more aggressive dinking. It's in her. Wow, another missed fourth from Jorja, and the lead goes over to Alshon and Tuionetoa. If they win this rally, they'll switch up
5-4-2.
What a drop from Etta Tuionetoa. That is nasty. So Alshon and Tuionetoa before he can serve.
Okay, so we got no countdown is what you're saying. All right.
6-4-2.
So I like where we thought that could go, but then I'm like, we don't have a score to go with it. Oh, no, he went for the short angle one and pulled it.
Bad miss, 2 or 3 feet wide.
7-4-2.
I think he lost his court positioning there a bit and was closer to the sideline. And now a missed return and a bevy of errors has pushed Alshon and Tuionetoa up 8-4. Just catches. J-Dub, that's how you find a ridiculous angle.
But the thing, well, in the previous one that J-Dub missed, he was like 3 or 4 feet off of the kitchen.
Yeah.
And it was, not in the middle of the court. No way to find that angle.
No.
4-8-1.
They got to go here. And there's a nice pull from Etta.
Yes, inside out block to handle the flick and then right back forward to crush a two-hander. That is soft defense and power defense from Tuionetoa.
Point.
Ripped the first one, but then it's difficult to reload, let alone reload a soft shot. Like, that's so hard to do.
5-8-2.
Chooses to go to the safer middle of the court, and we have not called Alshon. They have been able to find him and keep him out of there. within 2, on a 2.
6-8-2.
Just wildly ugly footwork there.
I mean, from where he hit that forehand to where he ended up court positioning, that was something. Definitely cost him the second shot error.
3 and still going. And ropes it past Alshon. And we have snowmen in the peach orchard. We're tied at 8.
8-8-2.
What a shot.
Oh, huge. And
To a lead.
8-8-2.
Just out of reach of J-Dub and still gets it to the backhand of Jorja.
yeah, Jorja leaning over to her right, thinking the angle was
8-8-1.
coming. Great location from Alshon.
Oh, just a little bit of confusion and pressure. You see that paddle at him.
Yeah, but still pretty soft hands. It was up a little bit, but with how aggressively Alshon's moving forward, when it gets down low to take the pace off, it's pretty good from him.
So
9-8-1.
jump back in front here. Can they earn a match point? Oh my! Etta is furious with Etta, and yet they've earned a match point.
Great work, Etta. Don't try that one again.
Match point for Tuionetoa and Alshon.
10-8-1.
The easy one, Christian.
Second try
Match point.
to head to Championship Sunday.
10-8-2.
Tweener was his only choice. What a stuck volley from Jorja Johnson. We'll play on.
8-10-1. Second
Just
serve.
messed with her
Yes.
rhythm off the tape. Can see how awkward that swing was.
Just the groan from the
8-10-2.
crowd to go with it. Can they get to 9 here? The answer is yes.
Point.
All the way across Etta's body from Jorja Johnson. What an offensive shot in this big moment.
Nine, 10-2.
And then there were aggressive ones. It's going to take more than 11, baby. We're tied at 10.
Ten, 10-2.
I thought she was going to hit it for a second.
Okay, so they get the ball back. They had their 2 match points. That didn't go, but they didn't have to stare one down themselves. Can they earn another? Oh, just so pretty back behind the big fella. Mama Bear, very pleased with that one. And now, Jorja.
10-10-2.
Wow.
Point.
Alshon firing forward. Match point number 3.
Eleven, 10-2.
Just stays in. And J.W. Johnson finds an ATP. I thought for sure that one on the sideline was going to go wide. But no, we will play on. 3 match points saved.
Ten, 11-1.
Wow.
Second serve.
You want to take it up the line, there's the risk, Adam. Second try to tie it up here.
10, 11-2.
He fires away again.
Inside out forehand at J.W. Johnson.
Point.
Unbelievable. Here comes match point number 4.
11-10-1.
And that goes deep. And Christian Alshon and Etta Tuionetoa have earned themselves a chance to play for a title with a tremendous 12-10 in the 3rd victory. All 4 players.
What an upset. It's the Veolia Atlanta Pickleball Championships. The number 4 seed is going to Championship Sunday. Tuionetoa and Alshon take down the Johnson siblings in 3.
Massive win. Tuionetoa and Alshon 12-10 in the 3rd. The number 2 seeds no longer in the tournament. Massive upset. Until the end, you really weren't sure who was going to come away with that win. We weren't really sure what the strategy was on either side. It was to limit unforced errors. Who was going to attack first? Christian Alshon seemed to take over the court at the end and did well. J.W. Johnson saved a match point on an ATP, which was off the net, just all over the place. But what a great ending to mixed doubles for our semifinal Saturday.
It sure was. Welcome into the Pickleball Central Desk. Cameron Blackwood alongside Matt Manassi. We do have our winners slowly making their way up here. We got Etta and Christian. But I would say, what impressed you the most with this partnership? They don't play together often, but when they do, it's electric.
Yeah, just the composure, really. They made the right decisions down the stretch, even after faltering, missing a couple easy dinks there late in the business end of the 3rd game. They came back, regrouped, were able to focus and find some offensive firepower there at the end.
Yeah, I feel like they're really complementary because you have a calm sense with Etta and then a really fire personality with Christian. So I really think it's a good matchup.
100%. Completely opposite personality. Christian's going to be in your face. Etta's just going to calm everyone down. You saw even on the timeout, not much talking going on. I think they had a clear game plan, even though, again, we weren't sure exactly what it was. Sometimes they fired big at JW, sometimes they didn't. Obviously, a lot of cross-court rallies between Etta and Jorja. They were going both ways. Not much separated these 2 pairs. Only, obviously, 2 points there at the end, 12-10 in the 3rd. And what an unbelievable match to make it to Championship Sunday.
We have one player out of the duo here. Hello, Etta.
Where's your partner?
He is somewhere on the bench.
Okay.
Signing autographs.
He'll be here in a minute. it or so.
No, you're fine, Etta. First of all, congratulations.
Thank
we were just talking about it. We're like, we weren't sure who was going to win. I mean, it was tight all the way up to the very end. How did you and Christian get that done 10-10 in the third?
I don't know. It's kind of like one of those moments where you just black out and you just hope to like connect with the ball. But I think kudos to Christian. He was really encouraging me there in the end. I think we both gave the energy towards each other because, again, the Johnsons are just such a tough team. I mean, the balls come back. They come back hard. The fast hands, you saw that. It was a bunch of exchanges. So I'm just glad we pulled through.
You'll give you a chance to regroup here. The breath's still going. You're up 11-10 to serving for it. Ball off the tape. JW waits for it to roll and leak out, gets the ATP. What's going through your mindset there, and how do you reset?
I really I've learned to like let go of points, especially if they don't go my way. So short memory helps. So I was obviously bummed that I didn't connect with that ball there, but it's like we were still in it. So I think that was what we had going for us in that third game, was just like we just stayed with each point.
Speaking of strategy, I wasn't sure what you guys were necessarily, were you going to speed up at JW, were going to slow it down? Christian, I thought, was going after JW a ton. It worked out those last few points. Was that part of the strategy to keep going after him and take speed ups off the bounce?
I think that was just because he was coming over with his forehand. He covers that middle so well. And so I think our strategy was to go behind him or like attack him as he was kind of like scooching in. And so that kind of worked in our favor a lot. Yeah, hopefully that that helps there.
When you guys have a lot of chemistry, you also play on the MLP Ranchers as well, but you don't play together all the time. It's not a set partnership. But what about you guys together makes you so dynamic and so electric out there that you can win these big matches and get into Championship Sunday?
I think that we have like power and also length. We're both really tall, and so I think being able to reach in for him on that left side, and also for me on playing on the right side, I think that combination and athleticism, obviously with Christian, he's fast. He's got really great drives.
Well, not fast to the desk. But
it's all right. He was fast on the court. He can take his time up here.
Go ahead. Finish your thought. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty much it. Okay. All those things.
Obviously, you're going to need the length tomorrow, Championship Sunday. We already asked her 10 questions, by the way. So
Welcome, Christian. Congratulations.
You get the tough one about strategy tomorrow, Championship Sunday against the #1 team in the world, Ben Johns, Annalie Waters. Thoughts on that matchup?
Well, I mean, I've played that team more than any other team in pickleball, without a doubt. So the good thing is I know exactly what they're going to do. It's just you got to execute, and you've got to just try to not play perfectly, because you can't play perfect.
Yeah, that's what she was talking about, too. We do have some highlights. Christian, I'm going to let you take some of those because we've been talking to Etta so much. If you can talk us through some of those points. I know there was a lot of fast hands battles there, a lot of going at JW. You guys, we were trying to see the strategy and the patterns you were trying to pick out. So if you can talk us through some of these here coming up.
Did you ever get discouraged by going at JW off the bounce with those speed ups? Obviously, it's such quick hands. But the last few points of the match, you went back to it and it paid off. Was that something that was going through your mind?
Well, I mean, actually, Jorja was countering really well today.
Yep.
Much like as the match went on, she was countering much better than J-Dub, and I kind of stopped going at J-Dub. So that was something Lee told me that she saw that we maybe didn't really see was, hey, switch up your spot. You went to J-Dub in the beginning. Do it again. The next one I went to J-Dub, he hit like a winner, and I was like, come on. But it started working. So you can't just do one shot and expect something to happen.
Is this, I know I was telling her you guys don't play together all the time, but is this a partnership outside of MLP we are going to see throughout the year? Some more times you guys playing together?
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, we cannot wait to see it. Congratulations and good luck tomorrow in Championship Sunday.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
We have now gender doubles up on the schedule. We're going to start with women.